Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant Tuesday evening from downtown Fargo. It's Division A North Dakota High School Volleyball on the air tonight here on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. It's the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley going up against the Grovers of Oak Grove. And welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. For the Burros, coming off a 2-2 mark at the Northern Cass Invite over the weekend with wins against Maple River and Midway Minto, but losing to Lytton HMB and Weimar Lidgerwood. Upcoming here for the Burros, they will make their way to Carrington on Thursday. Another road match a week from tonight at Mayport CG, and then eventually they will return home for their home opener on September the 11th against Harvey. Wells County will have it for you on yourliveevent.com. Well, for the Grovers at 5-1 on this season, they come off finishing runners-up at the Northern Cass Invite as they lost to Lytton HMB in the championship. On tap for the Grovers, they too will have a matchup with the Mayport CG Patriots on Thursday. They go to Lisbon for their first region contest of the season a week from tonight on yourliveevent.com on the 9th, and the Valley City Tournament will be next weekend here for the Grovers. So take a quick break, and we come back. We'll dive into Region 1, Region 2 this season, what's new with the 3-division volleyball system. Take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here from the coaches, all ahead of our starting lineup and the opening serve today. This is Division A Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra.
Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from downtown Fargo, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to Irie Insurance website at irieins.com to get a free quote started today. For both of these teams going from the Class B ranks to the Division A ranks, similar to what they've done in boys and girls basketball the last 2 years. But this season in Region 1, it'll look like this with the 7 teams. Central Cass, Kindred, Lisbon, Northern Cass, and Oak Grove. Those are 5 teams that were in the Class B Region 1 last year. Joining them will be Valley City and Wahpeton coming into down from the EDC, or staying in the same level, if you will, in terms of the A on the class or division, with Valley City and Wahpeton in Region 1. Region 2 will feature Carrington. Also from there, Devil's Lake. You have Grafton, Harvey, Wells County, Hillsboro, Central Valley, Mayport CG, and the Thompson Tommies in Region 2. And similar teams from a borough perspective with Thompson, Mayport, CG, and Grafton. Carrington as well when it comes to basketball, not from a volleyball. Devils Lake is making their way down from the EDC. And then Harvey-Wells County, the team out west, that was the team from the west that has to go east just to make things even when it comes to the respective regions. That's a look at what the two regions will look like this year from the east. All roads lead to the Bismarck Event Center the week before Thanksgiving in mid-November. The Borough's head coach is Katie Stabler, gone 7 seniors from a year ago. For the Grovers, first-year head coach of the program is Angie Johnson, sliding on in from Northern Cass. Gone is their head coach, who stepped down, Michaela Heston, at the end of last year. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the returners coming back for both programs, a lot of our starting lineups, and the coaches' conversation. That's all still to come on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the boroughs want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day, too. The school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, and contact information. It's all on the school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
As we continue here on the pregame today on YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller with you as we take a look at some of the matchups in terms of players to look out for and players gone from a season ago. Talking with Katie Stabler prior to our pregame conversation, so you just mentioned there's a lot of different faces just because of 7 seniors that played last season, and a lot of them earned the minutes, earned the rotation spot here for the Boroughs. So some new names from a varsity perspective and others that'll get their first chance to start at a varsity spot this season. When it comes to the Boroughs, take a look at what they have for seniors this year. They have 6 of them in total. We'll see a handful of them in the starting lineup with Avery Merck, also from there, Paige Cotton and Miss Jenin as well. We'll get to some of the others here in a moment for the Boroughs as we get a little bit closer to the starting lineup. Gone, though, Sadie Gallagher, Katie Kittleston, Carsey Hattlestead, Destiny Ellenson, Kennedy Olson, Haley Smeldon, and Megan Ensign. Those 7 seniors have graduated from the Boroughs. Boroughs' last state tournament appearance back in 2006. They made 3 of them all-time in program history. While for the Oak Grove Grovers, gone from a season ago, a couple really good seniors in Maury Bolmy and Peyton Downs from a team that made it to the state tournament last season. 3rd time in program history that the Grovers have made it to state. They went in 1999, 2019, and last year in 2024, finishing 6th place at the Fargo, losing in 5 to Kenmare Bowbells. They won in 5 against Dickinson Trendy in the consolation semifinals and lost in the opening round of the quarterfinal matchup to the Thompson Tommies. The Grovers head coach again is Angie Johnson. and she will take over with a couple of nice pieces still on the roster this season for the Grovers. Their inside and outside hitter of Elena Foster, Devold also from there. Aspen Jost and Lyndon Broneski, will be talking about them as libero back row players throughout the course of the season. Rachel Christensen, a really good center in her own right as well. So those will be just a couple of the players early on to make note of. Both programs will be running a 6-2 here today. It's the Burros and the Grovers. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll dive into our coaches' conversation. We'll let you know what games are still to come on yourliveevent.com. That and more ahead of the opening serve here tonight. And for more information, simply go to our website, yourliveevent.com. Check out the complete game schedule and also hit subscribe on our YouTube channel by searching Your Live Event. We're back with more after this on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garsky, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details. On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from downtown Fargo, it's the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley going up against the Grovers of Fargo Oak Grove. Joining us here from the Burro perspective is their head coach, that's Katie Stabler. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. And similar with Oak Grove here for you, Katie, you were both at the Northern Casa Invite over the weekend. Just kind of what you seen from your team for a handful of volleyball matches that you hope to carry over tonight and moving forward throughout the rest of the 2025 season?
Yeah, we saw just a lot of aggressiveness and a lot of hustle from the girls at the tournament. It's a longer day, and they just had high spirits. They competed really well. That was one of our goals. Defensively, I thought half the time we were there, half the time we weren't. We really focused on that yesterday at practice, getting us ready, just tweaking those little things. That it was great that we had the tournament to see that before this first, regular season match against Oak Grove. Saw a lot of good things with serving, hitting in the front row is another big thing that we've been focusing on. I thought our outsides did a phenomenal job, and we just got to continue and carry that on and get better every single day.
As you get ready, a different year because there's 3 divisions instead of 2 classes this year. You're in the middle and in A, similar to what boys and girls basketball is. Have you talked about your girls about the difference and maybe 1 or 2 teams that you're going to see, or just the difference of competition? Or is it just, hey, let's go out there, play our match of volleyball as best we can, no matter if it's a Devils Lake that's someone new or Carrington, maybe what you've seen in years past, Katie?
Yeah, we take it just like every year. It's volleyball. It's a game of volleyball. We got to go play, but we know we have to play at a higher level. And that's a big thing. A lot of the teams that are in our division were at the higher part of our division last year, and we got to be able to compete, and so we got to focus on the little things. We worked a lot of fundamentals, 9 through 12, the first week there of practice, and we said, you guys, if you're going to practice how you play, right now we're slowing it down. We're going to perfect those so that in a game we do that automatically, and because the game's going to get quicker, and we have to get those down. And I thought the girls did a really, really good job, and their mindset, our slogan this whole year is better every day, just better player, better person, better with the little things, better with your pass every single time you touch it, every single hit, kind of stuff like that. And so they know that they need to become better throughout the year and take this year and grow so that we can compete at this level.
As you take a look at your opponent here, Elena Foster-Devold, probably literally and figuratively stumps off the page. I know it's not just her, but how do you try to slow down someone that has that size, that has that aggressiveness, and can hit the ball equally as hard if you're going up against her?
Yeah, absolutely. We know she's going to get some kills. That's going to be a thing. We can't hang our heads down. We got to maybe shift our defense. We worked a different way that we'll be able to defend maybe her down that line. She's got a really nice line kill as well. Got to protect her setter's face there, but being a block, being present at the front row. When we saw her maybe get blocked a couple times, she'd shut down a few, and a team maybe could go on a little run. And so we just got to make sure that we control our side, and doing those little things. Blockers make sure we're closing and we're pressing early, and that'll help slow her down. It'd be great if we could completely stop her, but realistically, we just need to slow her down and then take advantage when she's in that back row.
Final thing for me, Coach Stabler here for the Burros. What's some trait early on, albeit in the season, from summer workouts to fall camp, so to speak, at Northern Cass? What's something you like early about this version of Burro volleyball?
Just their energy on the court is pretty sweet. New group of girls. They're just excited. They're hungry to play at this varsity level. We're seeing that just carry over, and like we said, that hustle. We had so many great hustle plays. Maybe that balls would have dropped in years past, and they were keeping that ball alive, and we were smart, and we were able to reset our side and then come back and be aggressive. And that's one thing that we've been focusing on for multiple years, and the beginning of this season, and to see the girls start off strong with that has been great. So we just got to continue to do that.
Katie, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season and tonight.
Yes, thank you.
And again, Katie Stabler, head coach of the Burros, will continue after this. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Oak Grove, we get ready for a little high school volleyball here in North Dakota with the Grovers hosting the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. Joining us here from the Grovers perspective is their head coach, that's Angie Johnson. And Angie, as you take a look at this game with HCV, it'll be your first five-setter, but your team went to the Northern Cass Invitational over this weekend. What did you just like about a squad that was able to make it to that championship and finishing runner-up against Linton HMB here, Angie?
Yeah, I think we started off the weekend really strong. Typically, we're a little bit slow to start in the morning, so we started off right away at 8 a.m., and we're able to kind of sustain that through the end. We got a little bit tired at the end, but overall, Lots of good things. Trying to still figure out kind of what our main lineup's going to be, so we were able to try a bunch of different things.
Talk to you about, I think this first time we've really had an opportunity in person to chat about the 3-division volleyball system now, with a lot of similar teams being an A of what Region 1 used to be in Division B. So what's the message to the girls, or is it still normal volleyball, so to speak, coming up for the rest of the couple months here, Angie?
Pretty much normal volleyball, but I think they know we need to expect a fight every single night. So I think that's going to be the beauty of the 3-class system, is every night is going to be super competitive. So we're really excited for that. I think in the past there's been some quote-unquote easier games that you just kind of have to get through. So it just gives you kind of a good look into what that region tournament and state tournament are going to be like.
You transition from being the head coach at Northern Cass, now being first-year head coach here at Fargo Oak Grove, taking over from Michaela Hestallen. Did you talk to Michaela a lot about what the girls are like? How's getting to know just the volleyball players as you would in any situation being a first-year head coach here, Angie?
Yeah, I mean, Michaela and I are friends. We've talked the past couple of seasons about her girls and my team, and so I kind of had a good vibe going into it, but just getting to know them over the summer has been really fun, and just learning who they are, learning kind of what their tendencies are, and just trying to help them as we start the season.
Katie Stabler, Hillsboro, Central Valley, you've seen them a lot, so just what's a staple of a Borough team that you've seen over the last couple of seasons that'll be a challenge here later tonight?
I think the main thing that I think of is energy. They always bring a ton of energy. They're super loud, and so we just have to be able to manage that and kind of remain calm on our side of the net. We saw them this summer. We played in the Buffalo River League championship against them. We were missing a couple of our girls, and they ended up getting the win on that one. So it's good. It'll be good to see them again and just kind of see how we match up.
Angie Johnson, head coach of the Grovers. Last question for you, Angie. I know it's very early, but what's a trait from, so to speak, fall camp, from some summer workouts, practices to Northern Cass tournament? What's something early on that you like about the 2025 version of Oak Grove volleyball?
I think determined. I think every day they come in and they have a really good energy about them, and they're ready to learn and they're ready to get after it. And so that's just been super fun to see. And as we go throughout the season, you know, maintaining that and just getting better every single day.
Angie, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
And again, Angie Johnson, head coach of the Grovers, will continue after this. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Those interviews, as always, are brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. For a pregame conversation here, DJ Coulter, your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. That, again, is djcoulter.com. Coming up next for both of these clubs, for the Boroughs, they will travel to Carrington on Thursday for a Region 2 opener. And then they will make their way to Mayport CG for another Region 2 contest before their home opener hosting Harvey Wells County on September the 11th. Also now a region foe in the Hornets. Well, coming up here for the Grovers, after tonight they will make their way to Mayport CG. Then their Region 1 opener will be on Thursday night of next week from tonight, on Tuesday on September the 9th at Lisbon on yourliveevent.com before going to the Valley City Invitational next weekend. And that is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to irieins.com to get a free quote started today. Some other matchups around the region here this evening on your live event. Davies at West Fargo Horace. Sacred Heart traveling to Adaport West. You have Mayport CG at Northern Cass. North Star at Thompson. as well, just to name a few of the matchups. For a complete rundown, go to our website or simply subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching your live event. That does it for a pregame conversation here tonight in downtown Fargo for Division A volleyball. It's Region 1 versus Region 2. It's the Grovers and the Burros. We're back with our starting lineups and the opening serve here tonight in Fargo on yourliveevent.com.
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourage all students to be involved in the activities at your school. Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. Wishing all of the students, teachers, staff, and administration a successful new school year from the Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
It's now time to get you ready for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. The Burros will be playing on the near side of the scoreboard on the west side of the gym here in downtown Fargo, while the Grovers will be playing on the opposite or the east side here tonight. Katie Stabler, the head coach here for HCV. Hillsboro Central Valley at 2-2 here on this season. Their starting lineups go like this: Etta Libero, a junior; Aaliyah Jumstead, a junior libero. From there, Chloe Tice, a sophomore setter. Tice again will be the setter spot. From there, Avery Merck, a senior, a middle hitter. Speaking of seniors, last season, 7 seniors graduated here, and a lot of them are at this varsity level for the Burros. From there, you're going to have Abigail Anderson. Anderson will be in the spot. Also, Malaya Brill, a junior outside hitter here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Paige Cotton, a senior middle hitter as well, part of the senior class this season with 6 on the roster. And then Peyton Olson, a junior opposite. So again, Jelmstead, Tice, you have Merck, Anderson, Brill, Cotton, and Olson here for Hillsboro Central Valley out of Region 2, Division A, at 2 wins and 2 losses so far on this season. Now to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups for the home team on the scoreboard. The Oak Grove Grovers head coach is Angie Johnson with a mark of 5 wins and 1 loss on the year so far here for the Grovers. They'll go like this, starting at a senior, Aspen Jo, a libero at 5'5". Again, Jose, a libero, a all-region libero from a year ago. Rachel Christensen, a junior setter at 5'9" as she tosses some candy into the student section here tonight at Oak Grove. From there, Teo Rosted, the senior middle blocker at 5'8". Then you have Lyndon Broneski, a junior defensive specialist at 5'3", will be playing that back row spot here for Oak Grove. Molly Welsh, part of this 6'2", she'll be the second setter, the sophomore at 5'10". From that particular spot, you'll have Weisgram, Callie, the junior middle blocker, Weisgram at 5'10". Then Elena Foster-Devold, the junior at 5'11". As you'll see, Jost, Christensen, Rosted, Broneski, Welsh, Weisgram, and Foster-Devold here for the Grovers again at 5-1 on this season. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. When we come back, it's the opening serve here on your LiveEvent.com.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben, 701-636-4981.
Hillsboro Campground and Laundry is conveniently located right off I-29 exit 104, offering spacious pull-through sites large enough to accommodate Class A rigs with tow cars. Laundry services open 24/7, serving both our campground guests and local community. And for extra flexibility, furnished rentals are available up to 3 bedrooms, perfect for overflow guests or housing your harvest crew. Whether you're here for a night or a season, Hillsboro Campground has you covered.
Here on YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller with you. Hope you had an enjoyable Labor Day weekend. The weather was quite nice in most parts across the Red River Valley, across the tri-state area. Hoping to have an extended summer here as we make our way to the month of September. On the calendar, got about 3 more weeks of summer. We'll see if it feels like that. Opening serve here on a Tuesday night at 7:31, and we're off and running here in downtown Fargo. On the outside, Welsh with the push. Good way to keep that up by Tice. Free ball over on the third by the Burros there with Anderson. This one coming middle. Big right-handed swinging down for the kill. Weisgram gets the opening point on our Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. And the Grovers will take the first lead. Talking with coaches early on this season. Passing, and more passing. If you can find a way to get to that setter, find a way to set things up quickly on offense, that can go a long way early in the year. Here comes a running jump serve by Aspen Jo. This one going to be dug out on the way here by the Burros, and then going underneath the net. We'll have a violation here on HCV. It's 2-love in favor of the Grovers. Going underneath, trying to chase that one down was Chloe Tice, the sophomore setter. As we'll see it again here for Jose. Jose, good serve, and that's going to be an ace. First ace here of the evening goes to Aspen. Oak Grove 3. The Burros looking for a good side out here, trying to avoid digging themselves a big lead early on. Here's running jump serve again by Jose. This one dug up in the air, bumped over to the outside as it'll be hit over by Merck. Jose to Christensen, set outside. Right-handed swing by Foster-Devold for the kill. They got the block up by Paige Cotton, but Elena was able to hammer one for another kill here for the Grovers. That's one thing that Katie Stabler talked about with Elena on our pregame, saying she's got such a good line shot that if you take that away, the cross-court shot becomes that much more open. Burrows here, get this one across. Merck blocked at the net, pushed over then on the third here by Cotton. Quickly dumped by Christensen, kept alive by the Burrows. This one will be tight, able to hit it across. Christensen with a quick push. Good coverage there by Jelmstead. And here comes HCV on the attack. On a big run-handed swing by Brill. Grovers, Foster, D-ball. This one will be kept up and alive. And a free ball will keep this one moving. And a good swing here by HCV. Foster D-balled again. Good job on the outside trying to get the block up by Merck and Cotton, but Elena with another swing. She's got her second kill. 5 consecutive points here for the Grovers. Another point here, you might have to find yourself with an early timeout here for HCV. This one gets set up right on cue for Rosted. Rosted with another chance, the third time on the tip, and eventually will have a lift violation. And we'll see if Katie Stabler takes that early timeout. She's kind of looking down there a little bit. Rosted not once, not twice, but 3 times. Third time to eventually able to put that one across the net where the Burros have the violation. Joe's back to the service line here. Back left corner. This one dug out nicely by Anderson. Set middle. Here come the Burros. Was a deflection on the touch on the swing. The back corner says it was. And there will be a side out here for Hillsboro Central Valley. On that one to be Paige Cotton for the first kill tonight from our vantage point here on the mezzanine. And the kill will be on its way here for the Burros. As this will be all the way to the back and a service error here for Brill. First one of the night for either club. And just like that, the serve makes its way back to Fargo Oak Grove. The Grovers here with Molly Welsh, the sophomore at 5'10". With a running jump serve. This going to be dug up by Jelmstead. Set to the outside. Tipped across the way. Good spot down for the points. Really nice job there by Anderson. Anderson gets her first kill of the evening, and the Burros are back within 5. So for HCV right now, trying to see if they can get something brewing and going a little bit here in their own right. Jose with a nice pass. Welsh back set. Foster devolved. Cross court dug out there by Tice. To the outside, pushing in. Going to be a block party. As Merck was looking for the push, Rosted was there for the block. And Taya Rosted gets the first one of the evening. And we do have a couple of substitutions for both clubs. 8-2 in favor of Oak Grove. Service on the way by Foster Devolve. That'll come to the middle. Brill is there with the pass. This one down the line towards Angie Johnson on the swing by Anderson, out of play, and it's 9-2. Congratulations goes to Katie Stabler and her family, welcoming a young boy into the household, now 6 months old. This would be a service error here for the Grovers. Now it's 9-3. Well, the opposite side, Angie Johnson, had to make her way to welcome back to school night for the family. So both respective households growing a little bit here for the Johnsons and the Stablers. Service on the way for the Burros. This will be back left corner. Foster Devold. Not the greatest pass, but Welsh was able to get there. This one power tipped across the neck, then there by middle and pushed over. And then we do have a violation for hits, as that one never was able to get across the net legally. Makes it a 9-4 matchup. Couple points rounded off in consecutive order here for the Burros. We'll see if it continues. Service on the way by Jenin. Back left corner. Foster Devold to Welsh. Back bump. Here comes a big right-handed swing by Rosted. And she's going to get the points. Went one-on-one with Anderson at the net. Rosted earns that particular battle. It's 10-4 here for the Grovers. On our Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed sales scoreboard, as Oak Grove will make the substitution here with Geiger Sophia, the senior libero at 5'6", or the defensive specialist, This will be a service error. Second one on the night by Oak Grove, and so far the deficit is where it was early, 5-11 in favor of Oak Grove, and that's where the matchup stands right now. Best to 25, win by 2. Got to win 3 sets before the other. You find yourself with a win column, as this will be at and a block on the way. Set up for Peyton Olson. They're going to say going over the nets was Olton, so negate the points. It's now 11-5, so a little bit of a delayed call, but regardless, it'll go Oak Grove's way. And we'll see the serve here for Christensen. Christensen just gets this one across. Jelmstead able to have a nice dig. Christensen backs it to Welsh. Sees this one over eventually. here by the Burros. Coming to the middle. There's a good block on the way. Really nice block at the net here by HCV in Brill. 11-6 service on the way here for Jelmstead, the junior libero. Jelmstead with the knuckler across the net. Grover's coming middle with the tip. That one was nearly down on the tip there by Wisegram. Here's a right-handed swing. Block at the net. The aforementioned Wisegram able to block Brill. So Wisegram earns the block. We'll see a substitution on the way. 12-6 here for Fargo Oak Grove. Service here for the Grovers. Little running jump serve. This one just across. Burrows will set to the outside over that double block on the swing there by Cotton. Trying to chase it down with Geiger, unable to get there. Cotton's going to earn the point here for Hillsboro Central Valley, as is now a 12-7 contest. Both these teams last year, Oak Grove made it to the state tournament. Hillsboro Central Valley was knocking on the door of Region 2. Well-established volleyball programs that have expectations of doing something as the year progresses. For the Burros, this will be tight, able to get it across, but trying to two-step the line, but going over it there was Brill. Not for a lack of hustle, however, 13-7. Both teams with both of their timeouts so far here remaining. Timeouts brought to you in part by Brad Richter. For all of your insurance requests, you can check out Brad Richter in Hillsboro and sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville. Burrows set outside this one, little power tip, but it's going to hit the post out of play. Merck trying to get that one across, and we got a football score at 14-7. Burrows off to a nice start on the season when it comes to the football landscape. Well, for Oak Grove co-oping year number 2 with Fargo Shanley. Burrows back set, this one coming, and Foster Devold with the block after the tip attempt by Brill. And we'll see a timeout on the way. Speak it into existence with a Brad Richter timeout. We'll break as well on our Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Set 1, Oak Grove up 15-7.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Timeouts again brought to you in part by your Nodak Insurance agents with Brad Richter in Hillsboro and sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville. See Trail County's agents with answers at Nodak Insurance. Chase Miller with you here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to Division A volleyball here between the Burros and the Grovers. We'll get through the month of September, the month of October, then the month of November. Middle part of the year, we'll make our way through the regional state qualifiers this season when it comes to volleyball in A and B, and then eventually make it to state on the capital city. There's a block here by Rosted. Brill trying to get it across, and Rosted timed up perfectly. Her second block of the match. This is now 16-7. Jo won't continue to swing here, running jump serve. This one goes into the middle. Jelmstead is there. Set up. Jelmstead with the push over back right corner. Grovers here with Christensen. Set right-handed swing cross court. Someone hit the net. That someone is going to be on Hillsboro Central Valley. So 17-7 now in favor of the Grovers. Oak Grove has yet to trail here. The closest this match has been is 5 points in this first set before the Burros got their first point of the match. This one will come middle and able to get through by Cotton. So Paige Cotton gets the kill. More importantly for the Burros, gets a side-out opportunity here and see if HCV can get a little rhythm and balance going over these next few points. As Burl, the junior, up and over. Playing it was Welch. Christensen outside. Foster Devold does it again. off the block of Merck, and she hits it down. So if you do get the block, it almost pops to the left or right or straight up, not straight down. And with her third kill of the match to lead the floor 18-8. And the Grovers have done a really good job. When they give up the serve, they claw it right back. Up and over on the third here by Anderson. Grovers set outside. Foster Devold. This one kept alive by Jelmstad. Good punch across the net tight. Right out of real estate there was Brill. Can't fault the effort, but now it's 19-8. Another quick timeout on the floor. We'll break with them here on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales Scoreboard. Grovers lead by 11.
Keep yourself healthy as we head back to school and into the autumn season. Hillsboro Drug and Gift is your locally owned full-service pharmacy with prescription and over-the-counter medications, cough and cold medications, and more. And don't forget, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills, 701-636-5231. Hillsboro Drug also offers free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. There's always something new at Hillsboro Drug with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
Broadcasting here tonight from the Farmers Union Ryan Opdahl Agency broadcast booth. Ryan Opdahl in Hillsboro, from home to auto, business to life. Visit the downtown agency in Hillsboro and talk with Ryan throughout the week, or simply give him a call at 701-436-5777. That's 436-5777. Talk with Ryan Opdahl in Hillsboro. As we continue here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Grovers with Welsh with the serve. Paige Cotton on the second gets it over to Anderson with a free ball on the third. Welsh set. Here comes middle. Rasa with a power tip. Kept alive nicely by Jelmstad, but the pass was away from her setter. It's now 20-8. So right now the Grovers able to have a nice balanced diet. Going a little bit deeper down the line here with Addison Hunt, the sophomore at 5'10", service here for Molly Welsh. Once again, the sophomore at 5'10", 5 points away here from Oak Grove, trying to take set number one that began 14 minutes ago here in Fargo. Burrows looking for a little answer, but Welsh was there. And they'll say it's going to be a double hit. So double hit, even though for the Grovers, they were there with Rosted. Negate that, 21-8 now on the violation here for HCV. Welsh with the serve. This one coming to the middle. Good pass by Jelmstad. Set outside. Big right-handed swing of the way by Anderson. Kept alive here for the Grovers. Elena Foster-Devold then sees this one go out of play. Good up by Oak Grove and Broneski to keep that one moving. Side-out opportunity here for the Burrows. And as we said a few moments ago, can HCV just get something brewing a little bit here? As this will be a service here. Their second. Oh, it's 22-9. As the serve will continue here with Foster-Devold. 3 points away here from the Grovers to take set number one. That hits the ribbon. Grovers with Olsen with the push across it on the third. We'll see this coming middle. Rosted blocked. We'll see violation as Rosted was not blocked, unable to get that one across the net to make it 22-10. Coming into the game here for the Grovers on the way. As will be Tegan Schumacher, the senior at 5'1", the defensive specialist. Service here will be Jenin. Jose with a nice pass to Welsh, set outside. Here's a right-handed swing on the way by Middle. Coming across, this one will be out here after the cross-court attempt by Anderson. Missed the line by much, now 23-10. As the service here for the Grovers will be with Geiger. Geiger heading to the service line. Geiger nearly gets the ace. Burrows somehow get it over with Brill on the third back set. Here's a right-handed swing up and over by Hunt. Burrows sending to the outside. Anderson can't get it off the side of the block. That side of the block was with Wisegram. That'll be her second block of the set. It's 24-10 and a set point opportunity here for Oak Grove. Try and take the first here in quick order. Back left corner, Burrows tight. The 50-50 ball going to be won by HCV. Set middle, right-handed swing. And we'll see a line going underneath here are the nets. And a violation here on the Burrows as the opening set on our Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard goes to the hometown Grovers 25-10. We're back with a set recap next, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
As we come back on our First Class Mortgage set recap, Chase Miller with you here from the Darwin Gorder Gymnasium here in downtown Fargo. Opening set 25-10 for Fargo Oak Grove. Both teams with 2 service errors. Just one ace coming by the Grovers with Aspen Jo. The story of the first set was the block and also the front end line. In terms of 4 blocks here for the Grovers, handful of kills. Foster Devald would have 3. Taya Rosted with 2. Hillsboro Central Valley led with Paige Cotton with 2 kills. 1 block here on the way by Brill. But so far it's just been the lack of second chance opportunities for the Burros. Once they get the block, they just haven't been able to have a nice tip to someone else when they do throw up a single or a double. Also, how much attention do you continue to pay towards Elena Foster Devold, as sometimes that can set up someone else for a nice one-on-one shot. That is our set recap, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Locally owned and operated First Class Mortgage, more than their company name. It's the way they do business in Fargo, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. And for Fargo Oak Grove here in their white uniforms here tonight, white tops for the Burros in their blue tops here this evening. Oak Grove has never trailed in set number 1. We'll see what happens in set number 2, and sometimes a set is just really determined on you come out with a nice 4-0, 6-0 style of run, and if you do, you can maybe try to put a team away early, and that's exactly what happened from the Oak Grove perspective in set number 1. Burros' 5th match of the season, trying to get to their 3rd win. For the Grovers, this is their 7th match of the season as they are looking for their 6th win early on. All roads eventually lead to Bismarck for the State B, State A, and State AA tournaments here in November. Service on the way. This one will be with Jose. She will switch with Broneski for the libero spot in this second set. Jose with a nice sprawling attempt. This one coming, Elena Foster-Devold, and she will earn the points. Her 4th kill, the first of set number 1, and this could be much the same for the Grovers. Talked about Elena as a freshman and a sophomore last season, now an elder statesman, And she looks the parts. Here's the serve on the way by Aspen Jo. Coming to the middle. As you see that to Jomstead. Good pass to the outside. Anderson with a push down the line. Jo's able to cover. Christensen quickly outside. Elena will hammer one. Blocked by Cotton. This one goes across. Here comes Merck with the set outside. Big right-handed swing kept alive by Bruneski. Tight, and eventually the point will come down. We're tied for the first time tonight. Burrows with Brill, the junior outside hitter. Little running jump serve, back left corner. That one will go out of play. 2-1 here for Fargo Oak Grove on the service here. As now the libero will be with Lyndon Bruneski, the 5'3 junior. As Bruneski into the middle. Burrows with the set to the outside, up and over. This one comes across. Christensen keeps it going, and they try to get that one over. Angie Johnson was asking if that one was out of play in terms of the post. It was not on the swing attempt here by the Burrows, and it's going to be a 2-2 contest. As now the officials will talk it over to see if this was officially in or out of bounds. So we'll keep it at 2-1 for the moment until the officials talk it over here. Might we have a jump ball, or will we get a call that says keep it as is, or give the point to Oak Grove? And that's what they'll do. It's 3-1. So yes, indeed, the ball was out of play. And we'll keep the serve here with Linden, the junior of 5'3". Bruneski running jump serve to Jomstead, set up by Foster Devold, who comes away with a kill. Elena kind of fading away, if you will, like a Michael Jordan on a 15-footer. Just kind of floated in the air, but off her back heel, able to put that one down regardless. And it's a 3-point lead here for the Grovers. Bruneski with the serve just across the net. Backs on the way. Cotton through that double block, going cross court, out of play, but was there a deflection? They're going to say no touch, and they get 5-1. Well, it was tight on whether or not having a deflection or not, as we'll see this on the way. And we'll get a quick timeout here for Fargo Oak Grove. We'll break as well. Grovers lead by 4.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Quick timeout brought to you in part by your Nodak with Agents with Answers. With Brad Richter also, you can check out Nick Preston in Mayville. Get in contact with both Brad and Nick throughout the week. Your Traill County's Agents with Answers. 5-1 for the Grovers here. As right now, if you just say which way the ball is bouncing in favor of Oak Grove so far. Service here on the way, the third one for the Grovers in the match. That is the point differential here between these two, as Hillsboro Central Valley with Paige Cotton to the service line. There's Cotton with the running jump serve into the net. It's now 6-2. Service here would be Molly Welsh. Welsh gets this one into the middle. Brill is there for the dig. Up and over on the attempt there by Anderson. Grovers setting up outside. Foster Devold over on top of the block. Jomstead keeps it alive. Sets up Anderson over the double. Grovers with Welsh outside Foster Devold. She's going to be blocked, and that'll be in play. Throw up the double, get rewarded. Olsen able to get the points. Makes it a 6-3 contest. More high school volleyball on Thursday, high school football on Friday, and check out the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show upcoming tomorrow night at 7 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Cross-court service here. This will be the third of the set, fifth of the match. just almost half the points here for the Grovers off miscues at the service line from Hillsboro Central Valley. Again, Wednesday nights, check out the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show at 7 o'clock. And one service error for another. It's one of those stats early on in the season that kind of works itself out by the time you work through the month of September and into the month of October. As you'll see Anderson with the serve, and here we go again for both of these teams. So trading points. See if we get a little rally going after 3 consecutive service errors. As Welsh will come back in. Also Geiger to the service line here for the Grovers. Geiger with the serve. This one will be coming to the middle. Burrows with the back set. This one comes to Olsen. Unable to get that one all across. It's 9-4. Leading the way in the match is 5 kills by Elena Foster-Devold here. 2 by Paige Cotton. Broneski with the serve as this will come into the middle. Burrows set to the outside, up and over on a little changeup, trying to get that pancake. There was Broneski, unable to do so. And the point will be awarded to Anderson here for HCV. More importantly for the Burrows, though, they get the side-out opportunity. And as they will head to the service line here with Chelmstead. Chelmstead with the running jump serve, and we'll have a rotation violation on HCV. So 10-5 here for Oak Grove. As Christensen heads to the service line. Christensen just over the ribbon and earns the ace. Second ace of the match here for the Grovers. Up 11-5, same score as it was in set number 1 at this point. Christensen to Chelmstead across, back set on the way. This one with push here by Tice, and it'll be out of play, no touch. 12-5. As we get another Grover serve here by Christensen. Christensen, I'll see the Burrows with the set here by Jenin, able to get it across with Anderson. Christensen set middle. Here comes a swing. Corner was open. Wisegram just going to hit the back left corner. 12-6, HCV with a side out. Also to the service line here is Avery Merck, a senior middle hitter. Also tonight on YourLiveEvent.com here in the Fargo Metro. Fargo Davies at West Fargo Horace with Brady Siebels. Well, North Dakota Volleyball, Mayport CG at Northern Cass here tonight as well. Service on the way. This will be to Christensen. Back set. Here's a swing, and this one will be out of play on the attempt by middle. Makes it a 13. Make that out of play, so 12-7. Burrows nearly get the ace. Oak Grove able to clean it up on the third. Get it across. Burrows with the push over. That'll be by Cotton. Broneski with the set. This one comes through on the swing by Welsh. And now we get a free ball over by Anderson. Grovers, Christensen outside. Here's a right-handed swing. Good block by Merck. Back set. This one at the service line. We're at the 10-foot line for Molly Welsh, and you can give Merck that particular point with the one-on-one block. Hillsboro Central Valley back within 4. Already burned one timeout here in the set. Grovers have both of theirs remaining in the second. Christensen back set. This one swung on across the way there by middle. Pushed over then by Tice. Christensen set up. Here's a punch across and another block. This one coming for the Burrows with Merck. And just like that, HCV chipping away. Down 12-5, make it 12-9 on the Golden Harvest Tim Kazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Serve will continue. Middle gives this one, and a tip opportunity down for the point there by Wisegram. Good spot for the tip. More importantly, from the Grover perspective, serve is back on their side after HCV rattled off 4 consecutive points as Jose will come back in alongside McKenna Foster-Devold. Jose with the serve, a little knuckler, and an ace, her second. Saw that a good chunk last year for Aspen. Just had this one that flutters, and it kind of just changes directions at the last second with the spin that she puts on the volleyball. Another one by Jose. Jelmstead with a nice pass, trying to get the back set, but unable to get it over the net eventually on the set by Tice to Cotton. Makes it 15-9. Hopefully close and almost being a double there by Tice, but regardless, Cotton didn't have much room to get it over the net. And the Grovers with back-to-back points here with Jose. Jose in the middle again, Jelmstead. This one will come into the middle to Tice. Hit over on the third by Anderson. Christensen, back set. Here goes up and over on the swing by Welsh. That'll be out of play. The Burros will take the points. Set number 1, 25-10 for Fargo Oak Grove. Set number 2, Hillsboro Central Valley. We've seen one tie. That was at 1 apiece. Otherwise, it's been Oak Grove with the lead, similar to what we saw in set number 1. Christensen to the outside, able to get this one across as Welsh. Anderson off her back left heel over on the third. Grover's dump opportunity by Christensen for the kill. If you can use that in your back pocket as a setter, you force everybody to be honest. You can't keep throwing it out like a changeup in softball or baseball all the time, but if you can just throw it out there every now and then, you can get awarded a free point just like Christensen did there. Bruneski, the running jump serve. Burrows set outside. This one over by Anderson in the quarter play. Abigail Anderson with her third kill to lead the team here for HCV, her second of the set from the outside position. Burrows with Paige Cotton already with a couple of kills to the service line. Cotton able to get this one over. Jose into the middle. Foster Devald down for the kill. Her match leading 6th. And that is the point differential here in set number 2. Make sure you stay tuned with us. In between sets, we'll get to our First Class Mortgage set recap. Also take a look at some of the first and second set stats. As this gets over, Welsh with the set to the outside. Elena going to get blocked and pushed over. And then Bruneski just unable to keep that one ping-ponging around as it makes it a 17-12 match. Service here for HCV will be Jenin. So Jenin to the service line. Coming to the middle, Bruneski with the pass to Welsh. Here comes Rosted over the double. Jelmstead able to keep this one going. Set outside. Anderson hits the post out of play. That's 18-12. And from a Burrow point of view, there's just been some free points from the service line or just some different violations, or we've heard the post now 3 times, just little things here for the Burros. Trying to clean those up as the year progresses. All things considered, early on in the year here as the Grovers back set. Christensen able to get that one through the double of Anderson and Olsen. Christensen with her second kill. Grovers 6 points away from getting up 2-0. Foster Devol with the ace. Elena gets the 4th ace of the match, and a quick timeout here for the Burros. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard, Grovers lead it by 8.
Breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassi Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
It is high school volleyball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you here. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast. And make sure you go to YourLiveEvent.com for more games coming up here throughout the month of September. Whether it's volleyball to football. Won't be too long now before we talk about wrestling and basketball and everything else throughout the course of a school year. As they always say, it just keeps going by just a little quicker at particular times. And talking with some coaches and parents throughout the course of just this past summer, they all kind of said it has just went fast this summer, maybe because of the weather, where it just felt like every weekend there was some type of rain shower or you couldn't maybe attend to your garden or get out to the lake and enjoy a day with some family and friends, as this will eventually be a point for the Burros. So after time up by Coach Stabler, able to get that serve right back here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Service here by Anderson. This will be into the middle. Set to the outside over on the third attempt by Middle. Outside here, big swing and a block. Unable to get that one over by Brill. It's 21-13. A little bit better of a match here from the Burros in terms of the overall score from set 1 to set 2, but Coach Taylor might be saying we've kind of stubbed our own toe at particular times. Now, give credit to the Grovers. They've put the volleyball consistently on the Burro side as we're seeing it here. Making them work a little bit as this one will be out of play on the swing attempt by Brill. And HCV down 22-13. Oak Grove, a whale of a season last year, making it to the state tournament. 14 teams in the East this season, 4 of them making their way to state. As the Grovers set middle, this one punched, unable to get across on the punch by Wisegram to make it 22-14. There's 7 teams in Region 1, 7 teams in Region 2. Just like in basketball, you win your region tournament, you automatically qualify, then you have the 2-3 crossovers. As the Region 2 will play the Region 1 number 3 seed and vice versa, as Christensen hits a free ball over on the third. Chance for the Burros to use it. And this one swung on and a kill down for the point. Brill makes it 22-15. So there could be 3 teams from Region 1 or potentially 3 teams from Region 2. As it's 22-15. Point across here for, again, the Burros. Free ball over on the third here. Good job by Jelmstead to cover the corner. Right-handed swing, unable to get across the net by Tice. 23-15. It's a little bit different from the old Class B where you had 8 regions. Your region champ made it to state. You had to win 3 in a row to make it to state from a regional perspective. You can still win 3 in a row and make it to state, or you can drop one in the semis, championship, and still come back to that state qualifier. Broneski hits it across, eventually free ball, but that'll be out of play here for Carolyn DeYoung, the 6'2 senior. Now it's 23-16. Service on the way for the Burros with Chloe Tice. Tice back left corner. Christensen set middle. This one just over the ribbon here on the tipped attempt by Wisegram. Jelmstead up and over on the third, played here by the Grovers. Played by Geiger, and he eventually unable to get it across the net here with middle. 23-17. Gene Johnson with a couple of different faces in the match right now. Early on in the year, trying to maybe see what girls you have confidence in as the year progresses. Put them in game-like situations and see if you can earn a couple of points. As the Grovers earn one here, 24-17. Might have a girl that gets injured for a week or two, possibly sick. It's always a good time of the year to throw some different rotations early out in the system from both the Coach Stabler and Coach Johnson perspective. Set point opportunity here for Aspen Jo. Jose hits the net and eventually gets the ace. That'll be her third, and the Grovers will take set number 2 on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, 25-17. 25-10, 25-17 as we head to our First Class Mortgage set recap.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Needham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149. Needham Seeds Caledonia.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
High school volleyball here on yourliveevent.com. 25-10 in set number 1 and 25-17 in set number 2 here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers in a volleyball match that's 45 minutes old here tonight on a Tuesday. I'm Chase Miller, and welcome to our First Class Mortgage set recap. Foster Devold with 6 kills to lead the floor. Aspen Jo says 3 aces. Rosted with 2 blocks here for the Grovers. For the Burros, led by Anderson with 3 kills. Burros looking for their first ace, handful with 1 so far here in terms of the block party. Update from Northern Cass. Mayport CG 25-17 in 1 set. Northern Cass takes a second 25-21. That match with Josh Boyko on yourliveevent.com. That's a First Class Mortgage set recap. Locally owned and operated. First Class Mortgage, that's more than a company name. It's the way they do business. Go to firstclasscorp.com. As we head to set number 3, the Burros looking to see if they can take their first lead of the match. So far, it's been Oak Grove out early and often here. As this will come across, Christensen set middle. Foster Devold with the hammer. So 1 love early here for the Grovers. Quick transition game set up perfectly into the middle. And a point here for the Grovers. And Aspen Jo will head to the service line. As she does, hits this one into the net. Service error number 5 here for the Grovers. We're tied at 1 apiece. If you're a fan of the National Football League, you'll see Thursday, Friday night, Sunday, and Monday night football. With the opener with the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday. Vikings fans and Bears fans have to wait till Monday night to be disappointed for the first time here in the season. And the Burros take their first lead, as one of the teams will go to 0-1 on Monday Night Football. And the season opener up and over. Here comes the Grovers. Foster Devold with an indentation style of kill. Her 8th of the match. Starting to heat up here for Elena. It's 2-2. The thing is, if you're the defense, you know Foster Devold is going to get her swing. She's going to get her opportunities. It's just a matter of what can happen from there. Set to the outside over the double block. Jose with the nice dig. Set. Here comes Foster Devold blocked, and this one will go out of play. Trying to throw up that block is Merck and Cotton. as it makes it a 3-2 lead here for Oak Grove. As Molly Welsh to the service line. Welsh into the middle. Jumstead will see this one bump, pushed across the net eventually by Merck. Set outside. Christensen trying to hit this one down the line, unable to do so. And the Burros have tied things up at 3 apiece. Second tie of set number 3. Grover's looking for a tidy sweep. Ball for the Burros. Looking to put one on the board here in terms of a set and see what you can do for the remainder of the match. And they get their first ace of the night. As Cotton earns the ace, and the Burros take their second lead here of set number 3 at 4-3. Service will continue with Cotton. Cotton just over the ribbon. Jose with a nice pass. It'll go to her teammate Christensen, up and over, out of play after Broneski trying to set her up with a bump. And Burros taking the last 3 points in consecutive order. As Cotton back to line to serve, as she does into the middle. Nearly gets another ace. Broneski pushes it across on the third. HCV set outside. Here comes Anderson with a swing and a punch, and then eventually Brill. Free ball over on the third here for Merck. Grover set outside. Foster Devold able to get it over the double block of partially deflected by Merck. Here goes Anderson. Joe's down to a knee. Set middle, hanging is Rosted through the air. The Burros from the 10-foot line unable to get that one over by Merck. It makes it a 5-4 contest and a side out here for Oak Grove. Foster Devold back to the service line here for the Grovers. As Foster Devold on to serve into the middle. Burrows will set. This one comes to Anderson. Good tip. Welsh with the set. Coming to the middle. Back row attack by Elena. I'll go out of play, and HCV takes it here to 6-4. Both teams back in action on Thursday night. The Burros will travel to Carrington for their Region 2 opener. While for the Grovers, they will travel to Mayville for a date with the Mayport CG Patriots. Grovers set outside. Here's a swing and down for the kill on the outside hitter. Clear middle from the outside. It's now 6-5. As Geiger and Wisegram return to the floor here for Oak Grove. Service will be an ace. And we're tied at 6 apiece. Third tie of set number 3, as that'll be an ace on the way here for Geiger. She becomes the 4th different Grover with an ace here this evening. As Geiger back to serve into the middle. Jumstead with a nice pass. Back set. Here comes Anderson through the double. Christensen keeps alive as nearly grazes the ceiling. This one over on the third. Here on the attempt by middle. Using it. Anderson blocked, and that one is blocked by the left hand of Wisegram. 7-6. Now it's been 3 consecutive points here by the Grovers. As Oak Grove here with Geiger will come on and continue to serve. Jumstead also come to the middle to Jenin to the outside. Is getting this one over on the third was Culp. Coming up middle, tipped on the way by Oak Grove with Wisegram. Back set. Culp able to get this one over, and we'll have a violation into the net here on Oak Grove, and we're tied at 7 apiece. As the Grovers will continue to serve here with the junior outside hitter in Anderson. Anderson with the running jump serve. That'll float her down the line and gets the ace. Anderson with her second team ace, her first. The Burros regain the lead here at 8-7, so a little bit more of a teeter-totter. Set number 3 compared to set number 1 and set number 2, where Oak Grove got out in front and stayed out in front. Back set, Christensen down the line. Jumstead is there, able to put this one in the middle. Free ball over on the third here for the Burros with Olsen. Quickly coming to the middle, and that'll eventually be down for the kill. Quick transition game. Wisegrand earns her third kill of the evening. And we're knotted at Snowman's across the board at 8 apiece. Service here for Rachel Christensen. Already with a couple of kills. Ace, handful of assists. Set outside. Here's a block. Good swing on the way by Brill. I'll go to the opposite outside with the tip and the points. Kenna Culp, the senior, with her first kill of the match. Makes it 9-8. Good little spot there by Culp as well to get that over the double. Executed it perfectly. Jumpstead with the serve, and Jumpstead with the ace. And just like that, the Burros with 3 aces here in set number 3 take a 2-point lead. Jumpstead, Anderson, and Cotton all with 1 apiece here in the third. As Jumpstead with another running jump serve, that'll be the Burros' first service error of the set, their 7th of the match. They have firmly put themselves here in set number 3 and trying to extend this volleyball match. Here on this Tuesday night, Berneski with the serve to the libero and Jumpstead. Free ball over on the third. Here goes Christensen, set outside, right-handed swing by Foster Devol. Jumpstead keeps it alive, and free ball to cross here for the Burros, but that'll be out of play. Just a little bit too much oomph by Jenin. And we're knotted at 10 apiece. 20 points. We've seen 6 ties so far on this rally, scoring in the third. Berneski continues to serve. Set. This one will be blocked after the attempts here by HCV with Culp. Blocked at the net by Wisegraham. She's got herself a nice evening with 4 blocks and counting. It's 11-10. It's the Grovers have taken their first lead since it was 7-6. Berneski continues to serve. Jumpstead to the outside at the 10-foot line. Free ball over by Cotton. Quickly, the Grovers put it back across. So does Berneski. Back to the Burros. Quicker than a ping pong match. Outside, right-handed swing through the blocking, down for the kill. Brill with her second. And we're tied at 11. As we'll see the Burros to the service line here with Tice, the sophomore setter. The Burros have minimized their mistakes from what we saw in set 1 and set 2, and what we've seen here in set 3 is more of an even volleyball match. Christensen back set. Here's a right-handed swing by Foster Devold for another kill. That'll be her 9th. Christensen give the assist, and the Grovers back out in front by a point. As Jose will head back to the service line. 7 seniors on the roster this season for the Grovers. Jose with the running jump serve, back left corner, tight. Gets this one across. Foster Devold then quickly says, I'll just push it right back. 13-11 Oak Grove, as we'll see Jose continuing to serve. As we reach the midway point here of set number 3, Jose with a floater across. Jumpstead, this one coming, and eventually over on the third by Brill. Christensen, back set, right-handed swing through the blocking, down for the point. Molly Welch, so do you do on a Tuesday night? 14-11. And we'll see a timeout here by Katie Stabler. We'll break as well on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction.
Prairie Supply, supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Timeouts here brought to you in part by Brad Richter, your agents with answers in Trail County, Nodak Insurance Company. So a 3-point lead here for the Grovers as Joseph will come on and get the ace, her fourth of the matchup. It's now a 4-point lead. Still to come, we'll either get to another First Class Mortgage set recap, because that means the Burros have came back and won the third, or we'll get to our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show, because that means then the Grovers have earned a sweep. We'll hear from the victorious team, final stats, that and more to come on our post-game. Free ball here by Cotton. Jost to Christensen, set outside Foster. Devold off the ribbon, dug nicely there by Anderson. Back right corner just out of play, didn't miss by much on the attempt by Brill. Now 16-11. Since it was 11 apiece, 5 consecutive points here by Oak Grove as they're chipping a little bit closer to that 20 point and eventually trying to get to 25. Jose with the serve, jumps it with a clean pass, back set here by the Burros, and this one will miss on a play on the attempt by Brill. That's 17-11. Good offense there from HCV, just unable to execute that cross-court shot from Brill. Didn't miss by too much down the line. Jose to serve, jumps set to pass. This one eventually goes to the outside to Merck, and Merck will try to go cross-court, and that goes out of play. Make it 7 consecutive points and another timeout here by the Burros on our Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seat Sale scoreboard.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more.
Broadcasting here today from our Farmers Union Insurance broadcast booth with Ryan Opdahl, your agent in Hillsboro. From farm insurance to life and more, visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro or call Ryan at 701-436-5777. That's 436-5777. Grover's up by 7 with 7 points needed to earn the sweep. Burrows after the timeout, Cotton over the double. Sprawn attempt by Broneski. Back on the Burrows side as this one will go outside. Big right-handed swing on the way and down for the kill. As earning that one will be Brill. Brill with her third kill to tie Anderson here for HCV in that category. 18-12 as the Burros here with the aforementioned Brill back to the service line. Brill back left corner. That just misses out of play. 8th service error of the night here for the Burros. That's the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers with Molly Welsh to serve. Welsh will see this one out of play. The 6th service error here for Oak Grove, now 19-13. Oak Grove, part of that Shanley Football Co-op, will be making their way to Mandan on Friday night for week 2 of their season, while for the Burros, week 3 of their season, they'll be heading to Oaks. Date with the Tornadoes will have audio-only coverage. Again, audio-only coverage for you on Friday night down in Oaks with Jake Berkemeyer on the call. Service here for the Burros, it'll be Paige Cotton. Cotton with the running jump serve, and we'll see a rotation violation here on the Burros. It's now 20-13. Also on the post game, once we get there, also telephone company connection of the game, player of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg. That and more. Whether get there if the Grovers can earn the sweep, unless the Burros can earn a comeback. And right now, from the Burro perspective, for every point that Oak Grove gets, you need about 3 in your own right to try to put this one into that 4 set. Good pass by Joe, set middle. Here's a tip by Rosted. Burrows set outside. Here comes Anderson cross court. Joes with a sprawn attempt. Welsh with the set. Here's a power tip across. Jumpstead able to cover. Burrows go to the outside. This would be with Merck. For Oak Grove, back set. Right-handed swing across by middle. Burrows set outside. Anderson down the line. Just misses. One of the longer volleys of the match goes to the Grovers as they lead by 8. As for Fargo, Oak Grove to the service line. As this one comes across by Tegan Schumacher. And this will be out of play. Borough fans thought that was in after the attempt. Is now going to be 22-13. From up here, that was close. But the point will be awarded to Oak Grove as Schumacher will continue to serve. As she does, she flutters this one across. Grovers with Anderson with the kill. Anderson with her 4th kill, now 22-14. And the Burros need a run. They need to not just 2-3 points in a row here. They need about 4 or 5 here and some good quality serves by Jenin. A senior setter hits this one across. Chose is there. Where the Grovers go, they come to Rosted. Down the middle for the track for the kill. Makes it 23-14. Get a good pass. You can set that one up pretty nicely. And one-on-one on the block there for Rosted. Geiger to the service line here. Geiger hits this one back left corner. Chelmsford keeps it alive, and the Burros unable to get it over. And we'll have a match points here for Fargo Oak Grove. 24-14 on their Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Grovers with the serve here with Geiger. Chelmsford to the back. Free ball over by Jenin. Oak Grove set middle tip. This one is down for the points. Tipped by Wisegram, and that'll do it here on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard in a volleyball match that'll finish an hour and 3 minutes here tonight in downtown Fargo. Your final 25-10, 25-17, and 25-14. Coming up, we'll get to our post-game show brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash with 4 locations across the Fargo Metro. Tommy's Express Car Wash, locally owned. Sign up in the app for your first month of free unlimited washing. Make Tommy's Express Car Wash your spot to clean with 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead. The Grovers with the win improved to 6-1 on the season. The Burros dropped to 3-2. Burros dropped to 2-3, that is. The Burros back in action on Thursday. They travel to Carrington. For the Grovers back in action on Thursday as they travel to Mayville for a date with the Mayport CG Patriots. We're back with more after this here on your liveevent.com.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
Hi, we're Tommy's Express. Scan the QR code for a fast pass to a free month of washing. Our modern car wash offers a bright, open environment and a low-stress conveyor belt entry. Our signature scent, ceramic body wax, spot-free rinse, and heated blowers give you the best shine in town. Check out the wash for yourself. Washing your car is easy, fast, and fun. Visit Tommy's Express today.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
As we come back on our Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show, let's get to some of the final stats here in this one. Foster Devold with 10 kills. You had Wise Graham with 4 kills and 4 blocks. 3 on the way for Rasta, 2 by Christensen. You also had 1 by Middle and 1 by Welsh. In the match, 7 aces here for Oak Grove with 6 service errors. They had 4 by Jose, 1 by Christensen, 1 by Geiger, and 1 by Foster Devold here. The Burros led by 3 kills of Brill and Anderson. 3 aces with Jelmstead, Anderson, and Cotton, and a couple of blocks across the way. 25-10, 25-17, and 25-14. We come back, we'll hear from a couple Grovers after this.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burros want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day, too. The school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, and contact information. It's all on the school websites for Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692 for shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro, 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
As we continue on our post-game show, time to get to our coaches' conversation first for the Burros here of Hillsboro Central Valley. That is Katie Stabler. And Katie, I know not obviously the set 1 and set 2 that you wanted to go getting down early in those, but what did you like from your team's performance in set number 3? It seemed like maybe some self-inflicted wounds, so to speak, early in the matches that were cleaned up a little bit in set 3 and made it a lot more challenging point of view from both per teams, and obviously playing with the lead obviously helps a little bit too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, first 2 sets were a little rough. We just made too many errors on our part. Just looking at our stat sheet here, and they capitalized on that our errors, and they did a great job with that. In that 3rd set, you know, Kenna Culp, when we threw her in that right front spot, we knew she'd bring the energy, and she brought that on the court, and she gave us a couple kills and just got the ball rolling on our side. So that was a huge part of just getting that energy back that we needed. You know, those first 2 sets, they drain you, but volleyball is a game of momentum, and we need to get the momentum, and we need to run with it. You know, last year, thinking about last season, a lot of our games went 5. We didn't hang our heads in here. I didn't think we hung our head either going into that 3rd set. They're like, we're still going to battle. We just need to kick it up a little bit more, and we've got that. But it was great to have her come in and just fire up the team there in that middle bit and really get that ball rolling.
What's it like as a coach early on the season? You come off a tournament, you have Labor Day, you have a match, you get a day tomorrow to practice, then you're back at it again on Thursday. I know it's not like the end of the year where you might have 4 matches in 7 days because of weather or something like that, but what's it like early on the season, getting back in conditioning, getting fit, and making sure that you can play 3, 4, 5 sets from a team's aspect, you know, early on in the season?
Yeah, you know, we've done a lot of conditioning, we've done a lot of playing in practice 6-on-6, and we just got to continue that. That's what we've got to focus on now that we're in game situations. It's maybe not as much running on the lines or doing something like that, but being game ready with that conditioning. So we'll be scrimmaging a lot more. You know, tomorrow I have things jotted down out of system. I mean, holy moly, I think that was after this weekend too, and we didn't get to work on it as much yesterday as I would like to, and I'm really excited to get them into the gym tomorrow to hopefully better our out of system balls, making sure that we're aggressive, and when we were aggressive, I felt we caused them to be a little bit more out of system. And their hitters weren't getting the ball perfectly at the net and smacking it at us. You know, and we just got to continue to do that. And the girls aren't going to hang their heads about this. I said, here's our starting point, our slogan, better every day. Okay? Now, this is where we go. We get better from this every single day.
Last question from me, Katie. We'll get you on this. Abigail Anderson, obviously a nice balanced performance across the board in kills, aces. I know she maybe could have had a chance at a couple more other ones that were either blocked or deflected, and good play by the back row by the Grovers. Just what have you seen from her when she can hit the ball well just what does that do offensively for your team throughout the course of a match?
Yeah, it's huge. She's a big hitter up in that front row. She gets the energy going for those girls. She's that leader. When she goes up aggressively, the other girls follow behind. And so it was good to see her keep swinging. She maybe stepped back a little bit, but she was still determined. She goes, okay, what's open for me? Where can I go? And she was constantly talking to the coaches on the bench and me on the sideline. And she's just that, feed me. I want to get better. And sometimes it's like, just go play. We trust you. We'll let you know where that is and be that leader that they need. Just go show your teammates that you're going to go and hit hard, and they'll go right behind you and follow suit.
Katie, congratulations again on the newborn, so to speak, 6 months, and keeping you on your toes that way.
Yes.
And best of luck moving forward once you get into region play already, which is crazy to say, coming up in the next couple matches.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited for it.
And again, head coach of the Burros, Katie Stabler, will continue after this and hear from a couple Grovers around the corner.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
As we continue on our post-game show here today, these interviews brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Join us, the libero here for the Oak Grove Grovers, a senior in Aspen Jo. So far, Aspen obviously 6-1 on the year. The first 6 matches he played were just 2 or 3 sets in that Northern Cass Invitational. What have you liked most about this team early on the season finding success on the volleyball court?
I love having a group of young girls because, as we know, we lost quite a few seniors last year, and having this group of young, energetic girls is a great start to the year, and I feel like that'll definitely help us.
I know a lot of folks, and rightfully so, will focus on Elena. You know, she gets 10 kills here tonight. She gets an A. She puts a couple of blocks out there as well. What does she just kind of provide offensively and defensively at the net for this squad?
She's just a beast at the net. I love playing back row for her because that girl can swing away, and we all trust her. And honestly, in the back row as well, we trust her with our life. Like, she covers the back row, and she's long, and she gets every ball up, and she just is a great player, and she's improved already so much from last year to this year.
Let's talk about that back row. A couple of there with you with Lyndon alongside, able to see a couple times here tonight, Tegan and a handful of others. Just what's it like trying to keep the ball up, keep the rally going when you get to see some pretty good hitters across the net throughout a volleyball match?
I think our DS liberos were all a very close-knit group, and we all get along very well, and I think that really helps our connections in the back row because there aren't many drop balls because we all trust each other and we know who's going to get what, and I think that really helps on and off the court.
What's something you really like best about this year's team so far? It's still early, obviously. You're still trying to figure out some different pieces and different things, but what's a trait that you really like about this team, Aspen?
I think positivity all the way, and energy. That's my favorite thing. I love energy. I love getting excited over little plays, and I think that is what will always carry us throughout our season.
I like to ask players this when something's new. 3 divisions of volleyball, just your thoughts once you kind of get into the swing of things, getting Region 1 matchups, having a chance at a state qualifier, stuff of that nature. What are your thoughts, you know, getting into the year, being the first players to, you know, play in a 3-division system?
I'm very excited. I think our game schedule this year is a lot more competitive, which I think will help us when we get into regions and hopefully state one day. But I think it'll just be game by game. We can focus on each game at a time, and all the teams in our region are very competitive. So I'm very excited to look to the future.
Hey, Aspen, we thank you so much for your time. Best of luck moving forward on Thursday night when you make your way up to Mayville.
Okay, thank you so much.
And again, Aspen Jo's with us here on our post-game show. We'll hear from the head coach of the Grovers, Angie Johnson, around the corner.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic,
You don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we continue on our Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show with us, the head coach for Fargo Oak Grove, that is Angie Johnson here. Angie, what did you like most about your team's performance? You and I were talking in the pregame show. You know, it's still early. No matter if you're bringing 7 seniors back or you're bringing 7 new people in the fold, you're still trying to figure out some roles, give some girls some opportunities, see what kind of gels. So what did you see from your team that really didn't make a ton of mistakes, so to speak, early on in the volleyball season here tonight against the Burros?
You know, I thought our service was really good tonight. I think it was pretty stable back there. Maybe they got a couple aces on us, but overall we've been working on that a lot to try to get us in system so we can utilize all 3 of our hitters versus just throwing it to the outside every single time.
Someone who had a sneaky game, you and I were talking in between your interview with Aspen and your interview here was, in that one, was Wisegram. 4 kills, 4 blocks, disruptive at the net in a good way, both offensively and defensively. When she can get that going, what do you think that's going to do for the rest of the team, especially when they focus on Elena, and rightfully so when she had 10 kills here tonight?
Yeah, I think Callie and Taya both did a really good job, and they have been doing a good job of getting up on every single hitter on the other side of the net. A lot of their blocks, they're kind of coming in hot to try to turn, and they get a hand on it, and it lands on the other side. So, but yeah, we've been working really hard with her to get up every single time when that ball's up in the setter's hands, and so just making herself available and being able to pull that block for our outsides is going to be huge.
You know, when it comes to libero, you think defense, but Aspen Jo said 4 aces here tonight. What is so difficult on a ball that kind of flutters, then other times takes just a knuckler last minute and, you know, changes about 90 degrees and just all of a sudden goes somewhere completely different? What do you think is so tough about her ace if you're trying to receive it?
I think with her, she does a really good job of getting some pace behind the ball, and then she knows when to take some off too, but she kind of yo-yos people where she throws them deep one ball and then the next one she goes short. So one, you're trying to defend a float serve, which is hard in itself because it moves all over the place, and you need to make sure that you're moving until you pass. And then 2, now you have to figure out, is it short or is it deep? So it just really puts those passers on their heels a little bit, and so she was very successful tonight with it.
As you continue here, what's some things that you saw about your club? Obviously, able to bring like a Schumacher in, able to bring a DeYoung in, Middle and Hunt. You got a lot of different players in at different times throughout the match. So as a coach, what do you try to do this early in a season, allowing some girls to get some opportunities, but also maybe put them in certain spots because you never know if someone's sick, someone's injured, someone just can't make it just because obviously maybe you're under the weather on a day. So what did you kind of see from your club getting a good chunk of variety in tonight here, Angie?
Yeah, I think they did a good job coming in. I know there was a little bit of nerves, but they did a good job coming in and being able to finish out those games because that's tough. I think we talk about trying to come back out of ruts and everything, but it's really hard when you have the lead to put the pedal down and finish the game. So I thought they did a really good job, especially coming in off the bench.
Angie, we'll let you go. We'll let you get ready for your next match on Thursday night. Best of luck moving forward as well.
Thank you.
That again, Angie Johnson, head coach of the Grovers. Will continue with more on the postgame after this.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra.
Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
As we continue here in our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show, it's time to get to some of the particulars of the match. Our Enbridge Energy player of the game, Elena Foster-Devold, here with 10 kills to lead the way. The next closest was her teammate with Callie with 4 here tonight. Also had an ace here in this one and a block as well. Elena Foster-Devold is our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Enbridge for life. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. From there to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. That connection was Aspen Jo at the service line, able to get at least one ace in all 3 sets. She had 4 total and 2 in set number 2. Aspen Jo at the service line is our connection. And speaking of connection, go to Halstead Telephone Company and discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect at halsteadtel.com. That's halsteadtel.com. And finally, we go from there to our Agassi Precision Egg play of the contest. A couple really of quality plays here by Wisegram in terms of blocks and in terms of kills. She did it on offense. She did it on defense. Saw that by Rosted as well with a couple of blocks at the net. The net blocks here tonight by the Grovers. They were able to win the battle of the net, and in doing so, that put them over the top. That is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. As we continue here in our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show, Burroughs led with 4 kills of Anderson, 3 by Burrow, 2 by Cotton, a point apiece by Culp and Olson. Aaliyah Jelmstead with an ace, Anderson and Cotton also with an ace as well. 25-10, 25-17, and 25-14. Set number 1, the Grovers never trailed. Set number 2, just one tie at 1. Set number 3, there were 7 ties, but when it was 11-11, the Grovers finished the match on a 15, make that a 14-3 run to finish it on set number 3. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a bow on this one next. Give you a prize of any scores that have gone final. That and more still to come on our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show here tonight from downtown Fargo.
This is Chris from Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassi Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we continue here on our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show, a sweep for the Grovers. Speaking of sweeps, Fargo Davies earns the sweep over West Fargo Horace here tonight, 25-20, 25-22, and 25-15. That one has gone final. Mayport CG leads it 2-1 over Northern Cass. The Grovers will play the Patriots upcoming on Thursday, where the Burros will make their way to Carrington. And speaking of Carrington, Carrington able to win in 4 this evening in rugby, 3-1. Also a final in the EDC. West Fargo Cheyenne sweeps by Fargo North here this evening in EDC volleyball. So that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. The Burros drop to 2-3 on the season. They will play next again at Carrington on Thursday. The Grovers improved to 6-1 on the year. They're back in action in Mayville on Thursday night as well. That does it for our post-game show, brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash, your local owned Tommy's Express with 2 locations at Fargo and 2 in Moorhead. Whether it's your inside or your outside, they got the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out. And sign up in the app for your first month of unlimited washing at Tommy's Express Car Wash. I'm Chase Miller, repeating tonight's final in downtown Fargo. The Grovers 25-10, 25-17, 25-14. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night and join us tomorrow for the Your Live Event Coaches Show starting at 7 o'clock. Until then, have a good evening.